in silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
It's the enemy! Where did that come from?
That's damn good.
The woodland paint is most effective in forest environments. It'll work best. Raindrop was used by Germany. Snake, that's an MAZ-535, a Soviet-built 8-axle tractor truck. During World War II, most of the heavy transport trucks the Soviets used were supplied by the US. But apparently their performance wasn't quite up to the standards of the Soviet military. The problem only got worse after the war as the size of the Soviet strategical rocket forces grew larger. The Soviets realized they needed a heavy transport truck with excellent cross-country capability to haul their ballistic missiles. So in 1954, they started work on a new truck design over at the SKB MAZ Design Bureau in Minsk, Belarus. And what they came up with was the MAZ-535 you see there. There are a lot of variations on the MAZ-535. What do the headlights look like on that one?
It's got 2 of them.
Then it must be one of the later production models. The early ones were equipped with infrared lamps. They look like they're used for cargo transport. But you're not into auto theft, are you? Just leave it alone and keep going. The armored vehicle you see there is a BTR-152. The BTR-152 is an armored personnel carrier that was first developed in 1948. The design was based on the ZIL-151, a medium-sized 6-axle truck. It was supposedly created primarily for use in motorized rifle divisions. Besides the standard 2-man crew, it can carry up to 17 fully armed personnel in its personnel transport chamber. But stealing an armored transport and driving it around isn't part of the mission, bruh. Just leave it alone and keep going. just my imagination. What's wrong? Okay, you're disguised as Rykov. You ought to be able to pass for the real deal in that outfit. You can go anywhere you want and nobody's going to ask questions. But don't forget that you can't equip most of your weapons when you're in disguise.
Snake Eye. Huh? Hello there?
Paramedic, it's me.
Snake? Oh, it's you. For a minute there, I thought you were someone else.
Why are you so nervous? You've seen this mask before, right?
Yeah, but it looks so cool.
Huh?
Cool. You know, kind of like a Venusian.
A Venusian?
I mean, not the crab kind, the other kind.
Paramedic, do you really think a guy you've never seen before would suddenly call you on this frequency?
I know it sounds ridiculous, but still. What if it was a being from another planet? You can't rule out that possibility.
Ah, your Rykov disguise has turned out nicely.
Yeah, not even his own mother could tell the difference.
Indeed, you're starting to irritate me already.
Why? This look should make me more popular.
I wouldn't bet on it, but whatever. Now that you're indistinguishable from the real Rykov, you'll be able to get into the West Wing, to which only Volgin and Rykov have access. Head for the West Wing of the Weapons Lab. That's where Sokolov is being held. Enter the main wing from the second floor of the East Wing. Pass west through the main wing, and you'll come to a connecting passageway. The West Wing is at the other end of that passageway. Infiltrate the West Wing and rescue Sokolov.
Okay, your Rykov disguise is complete. Now they won't stop you no matter what you do.
Even if I punch someone in the face?
Right.
Really?
Really.
Why?
Rykov's just that kind of guy. Once you're disguised as Rykov, you can get into the West Wing where Sokolov is being held. To get to the entrance to the West Wing, pass west through the main wing of the Weapons Lab and go through the connecting passageway. You can get into the main wing of the Weapons Lab from the southwest side of the second floor. Head for the main wing.
sir.
I see you're equipped with a Scorpion. The Scorpion is a new type of small submachine gun made in Czechoslovakia.
I've heard of it, but
But you never used one, right? Well, they only started making it 3 years ago, after all. There are a bunch of different models of Scorpion. What kind of rounds does that one take?
32 ACP.
Then it's gotta be the VZ-61. The Scorpion is different from a lot of other submachine guns in that it operates on a closed bolt system. So you get a high degree of precision even when firing in semi-auto mode. Another special feature on the Scorpion is the rate reducer, a mechanism that also functions as a shock absorber. What it does is lock the bolt in place for a split second when it's in the rearward position. That keeps the firing rate down to a reasonable level, and also helps make the gun easier to control when firing in full auto mode. The Scorpion's firing rate is 750 rounds per minute. It ought to be a heck of a lot easier to control than the Mach 11, which has a rate of 1,200 rounds per minute. You should be able to handle it with one hand no problem in semi-auto mode. In full auto mode, you could probably manage short bursts. And it looks like that one's fitted with a laser sight, too. The Soviets probably developed this one on their own. You can't use the aim button to aim from the shoulder, but with the laser sight accuracy, it shouldn't be that big of a problem.
That's damn good. I'm stuffed.
The camo index, located in the top right corner of the screen.
While you're disguised as Rykov, you can press the action button to perform a salute.
Don't worry about Rykov. No one will find him in the locker for a while. But when they do find him, your disguise will be useless. You won't be able to get into the West Wing, and your mission will be a failure. So whatever you do, don't open the locker with Rykov in it, all right?
Sir.
Here it is.
You can count on me. What about the Philosopher's Legacy?
I don't know anything about that. What are you? Are you trying to kill me?
What's the matter?
I know nothing, I swear it. No one but the Colonel knows of the legacy.
I see.
No, don't! Oh! Who's there? You're the man from the CIA. What are you doing here?
I told you before, didn't I? I'm going to get you out of here.
A man of honor, just like your commander. But I'm afraid you're too late.
Too late? Don't tell me. The Shagohods.
Exactly. The final preparations for Phase 2 are complete.
Sokolov, what exactly is Phase 2?
To put it in technical terms, it's a composite range extension system for medium-range ballistic missiles. The Shagohod was originally designed as a tank that could launch nuclear missiles from any type of terrain. There was just one problem we couldn't figure out how to solve. The ICBMs we have today are simply too big for the Shagohod to carry. But the military would not hear of it. They demanded a weapon that could launch a nuclear missile directly into the American homeland. That is when I came up with the idea for Phase 2.
But there's no way you could load an ICBM onto the Shagohod. So how'd you do it?
By accelerating the Shagohod itself.
Accelerating it?
In Phase 2, a rocket booster unit is attached to the frame of the Shagohod. The unit incorporates the same technology used in the Vostok rocket that sent Major Gagarin into space. Using this booster, the Shagohod can achieve a land speed of over 300 miles per hour.
That monster can go more than 300 miles per hour?
Yes. And from this state of accelerated motion, it launches a nuclear missile.
So, the Shagohod acts like the first stage of a rocket.
Yes, precisely. The range of the missile launched by the Shagohod thus increases from 2,500 miles to 6,000 miles.
6,000 miles? That's enough to strike anywhere in the United States.
Not only that, with the Shagohod, there's no need to construct giant silos like the ones used to house ICBMs. All you need is a runway about 3 miles in length, or its equivalent. And you can launch a thermonuclear strike against any location in the United States from anywhere in the Soviet Union. It cannot be detected by spy planes or satellites. It's a mobile fortress, capable of deploying in secret and launching its payload at any time.
A weapon from hell.
A completed prototype now sits in the hangar. At present, it is the only one of its kind. But Volgin is planning to mass produce them based on that prototype.
And deploy them all over the Soviet Union.
Yes, and that's not the end of it. He's going to ship them to Eastern Europe, to Asia, to all the countries of the Eastern Bloc. Even worse, he intends to use the Shagohod as bait to foment armed uprisings among dictators, ethnic insurgents, and revolutionary groups throughout the Third World. His funds are nearly limitless. He could start mass production tomorrow if he wanted. The reason that tensions between East and West have settled into a Cold War is because each side fears the other's power. Deterrence. The idea of using threats to keep one's enemy in check is the perfect word to sum up this state of affairs. But the Shagohod goes far beyond the level of threat. It will render the concept of deterrence utterly meaningless. If such a weapon is unleashed on the world, it will not be long before all nations are engulfed in conflict. The Cold War will end, and the entire planet will be consumed by the fires of war. Volgin and the Shagohod will be at the center of it all. So you see, it's already too late.
No, it's not too late.
What do you mean?
We've still got a chance. All we have to do is destroy the prototype and the whole facility before they can mass produce it.
But
just tell me what I need to do to destroy this place.
All right. The liquid fuel used in the rocket engine is stored in a tank. If you can blow it up somehow... Some C3 ought to be enough to blow the entire hangar to smithereens.
C3? You mean that cutting-edge plastic explosive?
It could be molded into any shape. The bomb of the future.
Where can I get it?
There was some in the armory here, but it's gone now. It was stolen by a female spy who was here a minute ago.
Eva?
No, that's not her name. Her name is Tatiana. She made her way in here by becoming Volgin's lover.
I thought she was your lover.
Mine? Oh no, she is Volgin's lover. This is my lover.
Who are they?
My wife and daughter. They're in America.
Now I remember. Your family is in the custody of the CIA. How long has Tatiana been here?
Only a few weeks.
A few days before the Virtuous mission, then.
She said that Khrushchev sent her.
What did you just give her?
All of the experimental data for the Shagohod. Please, it is essential that you destroy the Shagohod.
I will, but first I've got to get you to safety.
No. I'm not going.
My mission is to rescue you.
Leave me.
Sokolov!
Khrushchev has abandoned me. I cannot return to my country. I would most certainly be sent to the gulags.
What about the US?
Yes, I once thought of that. My family's waiting for me there. But even if I fled to the United States, I would once again find myself creating weapons of mass murder. In the end, it doesn't matter where I go. I am still a weapons scientist. To be honest with you, I'm tired. Every day, I help create things that should never be used. Things that should never have existed in the first place. Every day, without sleep. Without a word of praise from others. And my creations do not even benefit mankind. They are merely the tools of politicians. All I wanted to do was build space rockets. But it was not to be. The space race between America and Russia became the prey of politicians. The space race and the arms race are one and the same. Missiles, rockets, what's the difference? Scientists are always being used. Please, watch over my family.
Major, what are you doing here? I've been waiting for you in my room. Who are you? Don't play dumb with me. If you think you can fool me, you're sorely mistaken. I know the Major better than anyone else. I come here looking for Tatiana, and what should I find? But a greasy freebooter.
This fairy disguise. It's gonna rub off on you. And then you'll lose sight of who you really are. Stay out of this!
I see why they call you the boss. What was that? Some kind of judo?
No, it's called CQC, a basic form of close quarters combat. He and I developed it together.
Splendid. I'll take it from here.
Are you going to kill him?
Of course. But first, I will make him pay for hurting Ivan. Tell me!
Stop it!
Who have you been talking to?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
You'd better start talking.
Please, stop this!
Who is Khrushchev's lapdog?
How can you do this to him?
I know you gave the data to someone.
Never do
You!
that. You monster.
I guess he's dead. Now then, I hope you'll prove more entertaining than he was. But first, let's take a look at your body, shall we? What a beautiful body you have, like a newborn baby. But not for long. Well then, let's get started. What is your target? Is it the Shagohod? Or Sokolov? Or maybe it's the Legacy? Answer me! Who is helping you? Who let you in here? You're a tough one, but even you must have your limits. And I am a patient man. Here's where the fun really begins. My body carries an electric charge of 10 million volts. see how you like this. Now answer me. How much does the CIA know? They're after my legacy, aren't they? Your real target is the Philosopher's legacy, isn't it? Yes, yes. Let yourself go. That's what I want to see.
It's no use. He's not going to talk. He's been trained not to break. Trained by me.
Admit it! We're after the location of the legacy! The secret fund established by the three great powers during the 2 world wars. That's what you're looking for, isn't it? $100 billion! Divided up and hidden all over the world! And you're looking for a record of where all that money is hidden, right? No matter. The Philosopher's legacy is safely in my possession, in the underground vault of Groznygrad. You'll never lay your finger on it. What's this? A transmitter? Who's responsible for this?
I am. I planted it on him to keep track of his movements.
Why?
So the Cobras could ambush him.
If they knew where he was gonna be, they wouldn't have gotten themselves slaughtered. It pains me to do this, boss, but under the circumstances, I'm afraid I must ask you to show me some proof that you and he were not in collusion.
You don't trust me, is that it?
Not that, but he is your apprentice.
What do you want me to do?
Let's see. Cut out his eyes. I don't like those blue eyes of his. There's nothing more important to a soldier than his eyes. You made him a soldier, and now you will unmake him. Yes, it'll make for a touching display. He's all yours. Do it! Ruin him, just as he did the Cobras. What is it, Tanya?
He's suffered enough.
Well, well. Why are you protecting him? That smell. Tatiana, you're the spy.
What are you talking about?
I know that smell.
Stop it!
Taking a fancy tour, eh, Ocelot?
No. I have no interest in this woman. I want to test her. I'll let this be the judge.
Do as you like.
Here we go.
There. Satisfied now?
Well, that was refreshing. Come, we're going to my room.
So you survived the Colonel's torture, eh? Watching this has made me realize something. It's really not that bad. It's the ultimate form of expression. You got lucky this time, Tatiana.
Run!
I've prepared an escape route for us. Go out and head west. Pass underneath the connecting passageway and go north. You'll find an open manhole there.
You're...
Quiet! Go through the manhole down into the sewers. The door at the north end of the sewers is unlocked. You can use it to get outside the fortress. I've got your equipment. We'll meet up later.
Eva.
But I can't get too close to your cell. You'll have to figure a way out of there yourself. I'll be in touch.
Time to eat! Snake?
Major.
You're all right.
I wouldn't say all right, but at least I'm alive.
That's good enough.
But they took all my weapons and equipment from me.
Well, you've still got your radio and medical items with you.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
Perhaps Volgin's not finished with you just yet.
Yeah, well, I'm not finished with him yet either.
Snake, you've got to escape from that cell somehow. There must be a way. Use your head.
Snake, your right eye. The cornea and the lens are severely damaged, and the eyeball is ruptured. So,
So I can't heal it, even in the survival viewer.
I'm afraid not. I'm sorry, Snake. I wish there was something I could do.
Don't worry about it. I can still fight.
I don't doubt you. But don't do anything crazy, okay? From here on, it's going to be difficult to see out of your right eye. Attacking in first-person view will feel a little different from before. Be careful.
Snake, the door of the cell is set up to open when it receives a radio signal on a certain frequency. If you only knew the frequency, you could use your radio to open the door.
Snake, I wanted to ask you something.
What?
In the torture room, why did you protect me when Ocelot was about to fire?
Because I knew that the chamber wasn't empty, and you'd be dead if he pulled the trigger.
But your eye...
I was tied up, and it happened so fast. It was the best I could do. I feel a little strange, but it won't interfere with the mission.
What about me?
Huh?
Did you only save me because I was important for completing your mission?
What other reason would there be?
And when the mission is over?
Right now, it's just the mission.
The mission you used to love?
That's not what I mean.
Ready to save, Snake? Snake? Snake?
My mouth hurts when I talk.
Did you get cut up?
Feels like someone shoved me under a lawnmower. Do me a favor. Tell me a story to take my mind off the pain.
Snake, have you ever heard of Renfield?
Is that a movie?
It's the name of a character. He's locked up in a cell waiting for the Master to return, eating the spiders that crawl along the walls.
Change the channel.
He waits and waits for ages. Finally, just as he's beginning to forget whether he's human or not, the Master comes for him, saying the time has come. Renfield is overjoyed.
Wait, isn't this...
The Master spreads his huge wings and a gust of wind fills the cell.
Come on, I don't want to hear this.
And there, standing before Renfield in human form was...
Dracula!
Exactly! If you stay there too long, your old buddy Dracula's going to come and get you too. So you better start thinking of a way out of there. You better not leave me without someone to talk to. Please, Snake, think. There's got to be a way out of there.
I'll try.
Okay. Just let me know if you start having nightmares about Dracula.